Good evening on your Friday night. I'm forecaster Andrew Fleck for Analyst Weathercast. Just doing this late video update a bit earlier because there is some confidence from the National Weather Service that is a bit eerie, and I do want to share this with you. I'm taking a blend with my opinion on things, but also the National Weather Service's, so we have a good agreeing structure here. And firstly, I do want to show you the National Weather Service map here that I myself really agree heavily on as well, and they have from the central to southern zones in about 1 to 2.5 inches of rain, and then they show across the central to northern half up where those watersheds are about 2.5 to 3.5 inches. So they're definitely going within that 2 to 4 inches of which I was thinking, and even on that higher end, the further north, this is a problem, and they do seem very confident about it. I also want to share with you a discussion that the hydrology area from the Mount Holly National Weather Service did put out this evening. I'm going to scan over a few very important parts here. I also highlighted something in red that was also very important. Just hear me out as I read this. It says, it appears that the HAS, which is our viewing area, could see as much as 1 inch of rain across the southern zones and up to 2.5 inches across the far northern zones, and that would be where those watersheds begin. This is not a given and is subject to change. We're a bit more confident that the heaviest rains are forecast to fall north and west of our area. Based on the above values, I think, or the meteorologist who had written this, thinks that it's fair to say that in the red here there will be significant rises on rivers, creeks, large and small, Sunday into Sunday night. They now give two scenarios, and hear me out. If 1.5 to 2 inches fall, small creeks and streams will go bank full, and in some cases over bank full. The Delaware River might even see action to caution stage. If a widespread 2 inches to 2.5 inches fall across some basins, the Potomac, Raritan, Southeast PA, we could see some gauges hit flood stage. While significant rises are likely on the Schuylkill and the Delaware, water levels are forecasted to remain in their banks at this time. So very important here, they gave two scenarios, which I've never really seen them do before. The first one was that if we do get that 1.5 to 2 inches, that small creeks and streams would go bank full to possibly out of their banks. Also, the Delaware River, as it says, could even see action to caution stage. Again, that second scenario, 2 to 2.5 inches, that would then pose a threat over a more widespread area for some of the areas of the Potomac, the Raritan, Southeast PA creeks and rivers, and the rises on rivers are likely across the Schuylkill and Delaware. So two good scenarios here with comparisons of rain amounts. Something very interesting I definitely think you folks should lean on to. That is definitely something I would go with guidance if you live across the river or creeks. Models, again, now becoming very consistent with rainfall, and really, I mean, the average mean right now that they're outputting every 6 hours is when they come out 2 to 2.5 inches. So that bottom scenario would be correct. So this is definitely something that's becoming serious, and I always say this, and I'm going to continue to say it. This is not the summertime. We've not had warm weather. The ground is not dry. The ground is wet. It's saturated. Okay? So you get 2 to 3 inches of rain, it's going to be a problem. There's going to be rain sitting around on that grass. It's going to be running off into creeks quicker. Those creeks are going to run off into the rivers quicker, and that's where flooding is going to become possible. Okay, so I do want to stress that to you, that not just myself, but also the National Weather Service is coming out with confidence of their own about this. I am going to show you two weather models here. These are two track scenarios. Different from the rainfall accumulation, but this will affect the rainfall accumulation. You see, this is the NAM model. The NAM model wants to take this low pressure and wants to dig it more west. If that happens, all of this heavy rain here is going to lift in through central PA and keep eastern PA a little drier. Now, some models keep it going that way, other models leaning toward an eastern track, and that is the GFS, which I'll show you here on the next slide. The GFS develops that low pressure about 150 miles eastward. It does not wrap into that trough as you saw the NAM did As you can see, the low's right here. It's not wrapping much, it's just following it up, and a lot of rain is coming ahead of that. And that, I think, is what the National Weather Service might be leaning toward. Again, the European model also on boat with this as well. So I hope I was able to give some better confidence of how crucial this rain event can be, and that if you do live across the creeks or rivers, there is concern in the air. So I would definitely be keeping your eye out for the National Weather Service forecast and analyst weathercast here on our website, analystwxcast.org, and my page for further updates as this event goes on. If you have any questions, feel free to email me on my page here on the far up or right. You can see it says Contact Andrew Fleck. If you click on that link there, it'll send you to my email, and you can email me with any personal questions about this event coming up. So I do appreciate you guys viewing this, and I do want you to be safe. We're here for weather preparedness, and we hope that you take this event at a smart approach. So I'm forecaster Andrew Fleck signing out on your Friday night, hoping to do many more updates come Saturday, Sunday, and during this rain event.